Everybody, welcome. We're glad to see everybody, including opposition. We do believe in the freedom of speech. We've had our first casualty here. George Runner, that State Senator George Runner, heard our pastor tell the other people that you shut up, and he comes up to me, George Runner, State Senator George Runner, says, hey, if he doesn't stop engaging the opposition, I am leaving. And I said, well, you know, he has First Amendment rights and he can say whatever he wants to say, and so can you. And he says, well, you know, then I'll be leaving. And I said, you know what, get the hell out of here. The problem with the United States is punks like you who don't stand up for the American people. So I want everybody to know what a weenie George Runner is. I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am an independent, patriotic American. I will not play these games with these political people. To hell with them if they can't stand up for us. The reason that we're in the bad fix that we're in now is because of people like that who will not take a stand. We do not need them. So let everybody know what that whole thing is all about. Another issue, the Sheriff's Department called me very late in the week and said that we needed a permit to stand on this ground. And I said to them, why? They said, well, it's county property. Okay, so I got the permit.
We have a permit. You're going to be kicked out of here. We have a permit.
175 in permits.
We have a permit. You're going to get kicked out.
Something cents in postage. A lot of groups.
We got a permit, lady. You can shake your head all you want.
Deputies, not the individual deputies and sheriffs, but the department is a massive disappointment, given that
you got a question?
They don't even take care of these people here. They say they have a right to be here. Nonsense. They do not.
Frank, these people need to go.
In Canberra, and that sheriff's deputy who's there to come over here.
Don't care much about the integrity of American law. I would like to thank Carlos Alvarez and the other members of Answer Alert for coming out. As I've said to the members of Save Our State on multiple occasions, there is no stronger argument that we can make against illegal immigration in favor of law enforcement than the people who most zealously oppose us. There has been a small amount of controversy about this upcoming rally, based in small part upon the remarks of that gentleman over to my right, Councilman Bob Keller. Anyone who was here realized that what Mr. Keller was speaking about was love for the country and an expectation that laws should be enforced.
That's right.
It was warped into something far different than what it actually is. And so for those of you who are concerned about us, who think that perhaps the members of Save Our State or the Minutemen have a radical agenda or crazy ideas, let me share with you some of the insane notions that I harbor and I post on my website. We are of the impression that federal laws are not to be picked and chosen as people find them convenient.
That's right.
Okay? Laws apply to everyone, and it doesn't matter whether you're black, you're Hispanic, Asian, white, or otherwise. Another one of the crazy ideas we have is that when those of us who are tax-paying citizens become sick, we shouldn't have to walk in to emergency rooms and have 10 to 12 hours wait, because the unwanted excess population here unlawfully from other countries is blocking it up, and Americans are prevented from getting timely care, and in fact many of our healthcare institutions go bankrupt. In addition to that, we have this idea that the fact that the city of Los Angeles should not be able to boast of a statistic that 30% of all drivers on the roads are either uninsured, unlicensed, or both.
I'll wait right until after Sam's
Another
speech.
idea, another concept that's important to us. Those of us who have children, we'd really like to be able to send our kids to public schools rather than dropping $8,000 to $12,000 a year on private institutions, because the schools are so filled with limited English learners and the children of people who have no business being in this country, that the quality of education is subpar and completely unacceptable. One final note, we're all aware that it's very hard economic times. If the government can give us one explanation as to why California taxpayers should continue to be obligated to pay $9 to $14 billion a year in government expenses to supply and to outfit illegal aliens and their children, I would like to hear it. I hear a lot of politicians duck the issue. I don't hear them talk about, in the most serious financial times, what could really save the state of California a great deal of money. That, ladies and gentlemen, is law enforcement. It's not that our immigration system is broken. Our laws are fine. We simply need politicians who will be willing to enforce them. I very much appreciate your attention. I can guarantee you there are far better speakers than me coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today.